Yo, balik lagi ASEGRAP. Asik. Sekarang kita akan melanjutkan perjalanan Alan Wake di American Nightmare episode 2. Ada apa aja disokin? Langsung aja roll di intro. Anjay.
You've been up to something, haven't you? Too bad it's not gonna do any good. I'm a better you than you ever will be, and I've got all the time in the world. Everything you've got's going to be mine. Your life. Your wife! What are you gonna do about it? The sun's never coming up now. I could keep this up forever. Show yourself! Whatever you say, buddy!
The rush of darkness is unstoppable. Time itself twists and tears, sweeping the champion of light back with its dark currents. Again, he enters the world, but now he sees the trap for what it is, a maze that loops back into itself.
I'm here again. He sent me back.
Cus, lanjut. BTW Mas Gaps ya, mengomong tentang saya ya, asik. Nah, itu yang tadi gue bilang. Kan harus nyelesain semua daerah, lagi dan lagi, karena konsepnya ini adalah time loop di dalam Alan Wake American Nightmare. Gitar boy, makanya kita akan balik lagi ke sini. Semua kejadian akan diulang seperti di episode 1 di awal-awal. Ya, kalian udah nonton kan cutscene-nya tadi gue kasih sebelum video ini muncul. Sebelum video ini dimulai. Intro, cutscene dulu buat tahu keadaannya gimana. Jadi ternyata itu adalah time loop. Kita boy. Ya. Makanya kalau bisa ketika lu mulai game, jangan sekalipun lu ngelewatin yang namanya manuskrip, karena kalau lu udah ngelewatin salah lagi, aduh pencet itu lagi. Karena kalau udah ngelewatin manuskrip dan lu nggak bisa ke tempat sebelumnya, ini tempat akan di reset coy, walaupun sebenarnya keadaannya sama gitu loh. Tadi gimana sih gua ngomongnya? Jadi gini, tepatnya ke reset, tapi manuskripnya nggak ke reset gitu. Jadi makanya gue selalu ngecek kan. Contoh misalnya di drive in ya, ini nih sampai sini itu cuman ada di drive in theater episode 1 doang. Ini nanti di episode 2, yaitu di saat ini sekarang gitu boy. Jadi kalau kalian miss, ini juga nih, ini kayaknya di episode 3 nih. Gitar. Ya intinya kita akan ngulangin time loop selama 3 kali sih. Jadi ngulang yang kedua kalinya. Gezawong. Tapi semua item yang gak diulang itu adalah manuskrip, terus radio. Radio gue nggak tahu ya, gue nggak terlalu merhatiin. Tapi yang pasti diulang adalah TV. TV yang ada di sini nih, isinya pasti beda dengan apa yang ada di episode kemarin gitu loh.
So this chick just came up to me and said she's my
Gitar
biggest
boy.
fan. I know. They all say that, right? And she's giving me the eye. So I make a couple of moves. We have a couple of drinks. And then things start happening. But I say I have to go to the bathroom first. Uh-oh, right? She's got no idea. Watch this. This is gonna be priceless.
That's nice.
I thought you'd like that. Are you tense? You feel a little tense.
Maybe a little. I had a crappy day.
Yeah?
Don't worry, it's improving real fast.
Yeah.
Hey, don't stop. It's just getting good.
Watch this. Yeah! Did you see that? Oh man, did you see her? Boom!
More than anything else, that part of animals. It's in our nature to imagine, to turn fantasies into legends, to be storytellers. But on a rare occasion, the line between fact and fiction, imagination and reality becomes hopelessly blurred, and nowhere can fit a thing as in Night Springs.
Anjing lama juga. Oke. Oh, semua singgangnya aman ya. Oh, ini terakhir doang nih. Iya, berarti ntar aja lah. Berarti di sini gua akan fokus. Intinya tetap keliling-keliling aja ya.
You here?
Wow, it is you. I guess all of it really happened.
You remember me?
Kind of. I felt weird all day, like I could almost remember a dream I had, and then just before sunset, I remembered the page.
Yeah. I'm going to have to go get those things again.
Not all of them. I went out and got them. Well, most of them. I felt stupid at first, but then it was getting dark, and those things started showing up, and one of them made off with the battery. It ran into the railroad tunnel. There was no way I was gonna follow him in there. Sorry.
It's good you didn't. You should be careful. I mean, really careful.
Yeah, I kinda remember something. Something bad happened to me, didn't it?
Forget it. It doesn't have to happen again, okay? Just do what I say.
Yeah, okay. God, this is too weird. Am I going crazy here? Just go get that battery.
Try to stay calm. You're perfectly sane. We're caught in a time loop. That's why this is happening again.
I believe you. God, I feel like I might just lose it any second now. How come you're not freaking out over this?
Because on my personal weird shit-o-meter, this just doesn't rate.
Look, I know something happened to me before.
You're gonna be okay. If you just keep cool, okay? Thanks for getting this stuff for me. It's a big help.
I hope so. Are you gonna make everything blow up at the oil field again?
I have to.
Well, whatever the hell else you might be, at least you're not boring.
Bang, kayak gue dibilang boring. Oke,
It's the battery. That'll save time.
jadi semua orang itu mengalami loop yang sama juga. Nah, karena orang ngerasa dia ngelakuin loop juga, nah makanya dia akan melakukan preventif, yaitu adalah dengan oke, gue bantuin si Alan deh, kayak si Emma Stone ya.
This should be perfectly safe.
Ngambil kaset, ngambil gue paling gede nih begini gini nih. Ngambil kaset, ngambil elah, ini dulu anyet. Ini baterai.
Now I
Ngambil
just need her to
kaset, ngambil
charge this
valve. Salah ya? Bener gak sih jalannya? Oh salah anjing, gue lupa. Bener kan harusnya? Iya di sini anjing. Tuh. Setak dia Rude. Seingat gue sini ada manuskrip. Jadi ambil aja. Oke, mampus. Ripu. Bodoh amat. Ini kena. Oh iya, radio belum gue nyalain ya.
Okay, people, it's Eddie Rodman here with a few hours to kill, and there's no...
Males gue dengerin radionya.
Found the battery. Okay, I'm gonna take care of this. Try to stay calm.
Look, what if you stay here with me, please?
I'm sorry, but if I don't deal with this, no one else will.
Yeah, I guess. It's just that this is getting really creepy. I believe this is real, but I don't understand any of it. I'm getting scared. I can't believe you're so calm.
I get scared, but I've had a lot of time to get used to it. That helps. The guy who looks like me is the reason this is happening. I caught up with him, but he swept me back here.
Back in time.
Yeah, it's a trap. We'll be doing this forever unless I can break out of it.
How are you gonna do that?
I'm working on it. I came prepared, but things got kind of scrambled when I arrived. I'm tracking down the things I need.
Yeah, well, feel free to climb back into your DeLorean or whatever it is you do.
DeLorean Back to the Future reference. Oke, jadi Barry and the Old Asgard tuh di sini nanti, tapi di Act 3 ya, nggak sekarang. Waduh. Aduh, mulai mati gua. Yang mana liriknya? Oh, ini dia. Oke.
Well, here we go again. Better get ready to run. trouble. Better hurry.
Oke.
Emma! Coming! This is not the bad thing! Nothing!
Oke.
Just keep your head down!
Oke.
It's okay. It's safe now. You're gonna stay here this time, right?
Because the last time I didn't, and that thing, whatever it is, happened to me.
Yeah. I don't want you to get hurt again.
Don't worry, I'm gonna stay put. I don't remember what happened exactly, but I learned my lesson.
Good. It doesn't have to happen exactly the same way this time around. You proved that much when you went out and got those things for me. I think you're gonna be okay.
Let's hope you're right. This wasn't supposed to happen again!
Fuck. Santai aja lagi Alan. Oke, itu kuncinya. Tapi di sini ada manuskrip nih. Cek lagi di sini. Sama cek lagi di sini nih. Ya. Gue langsung proceed aja.
It's said that nobody knows what the future might bring, but for this man, it's no longer entirely true. A weaker man might simply give up, but the champion of light is an expert on destiny. Sometimes the puppet and puppeteer can be one and the same. Mount Redtooth, its top littered with man-made eyes that stare into the endless depths of space. Tonight, the champion of light will depend on them to pick out a message from the ether. As history repeats itself, the man remembers the patterns. He knows that he needs the missing part for the telescope.
I better find Dr. Meadows' car. That's what
Benar-benar.
Oh, praise be. You guys are coming through for me. A pretty little light just started
Fair gun.
blinking on my board here, and that means there's
Wah, ada mau granat tuh. Woi, santai bos. Santai bos. Oh ini kita belum buka senjata yang ini ya? Iya, belum boleh buka ya? Hunting rifle ini, oh iya. Hunting rifle aja lah. Tuh posisinya berubah kan. Masih ingat gue tadi di jalan sini nih. Ini nggak ada apa-apa nih, sorry. Yang nggak bisa dibuka. Sorry, lupa saya. Kayaknya jelek nih senjatanya. Ganti ya. Kalau enggak compact aja, soal kan yang di atas tuh. Oh, ini ditutup ya. Jadi kalian harus muter. Enjoy. Mana? Oke. Oke. Nah, aku baca ya. Itu ada lang.
It's you. How dare you? No, wait. It isn't you, is it? I suppose you'd better come in. I'll unlock the door.
Thanks.
Nah, kita nonton TV dulu.
I know what you're thinking. Evil twin, supernatural powers. But most of the time, I just like to keep things basic. I want you to understand that. Like this. Need to get your hands dirty? No batteries, no moving parts, just physics. That's technology you can depend on. It's a classic. Speaking of classics, you need to be careful with this one, though. If the victim suddenly twists, you might end up cutting yourself. It's not really a workhorse, but I'm a sucker for this style. Now this is more like it. You've got slip-resistant grip. Believe me, you really want that traction once you're wrist deep in somebody. The blade's stiff enough so it won't open by accident in your pocket, but it's still really easy to open with just one hand. Now that's a big thing for me. I know what you're thinking. It's too big, too heavy. But sometimes you just need the extra oomph. If you're talking intimidation, this is gonna do the job. Also great for dismemberings and whatnot. You know, the messy jobs. I can't tell you how many things I've MacGyvered with this stuff. Okay, now guns. Not a big fan. I mean, how are you supposed to really connect with somebody with a bullet? I want you to understand that. I take pride in what I do. We can't both be worthless hacks, can we?
Talking about the guns, weapons, mechanic stuff.
You'll have to forgive me, but this feels very strange. It seems like this has all happened before.
I have the replacement part for your telescope, Doctor.
All right. Let's get it installed.
Install dulu ya. Tangannya langsung begitu tuh. Tangannya aneh anjir.
I think we can give this a go.
Kayak gini nih. Gini nih.
Don't start it up yet. There's a problem with the coolant system.
Yes, that's right. I remember. All right, let me think. If they're sabotaging it, they'll be at the primary coolant pipe outside. If you can secure it, we should be ready to pick up the signal. That is why you're here, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I'll take care of it.
Before you go, if you have the time, I'd appreciate if you came up here and explained a few things. All of this is
Oh ya,
very
kita ngejelasin ke dia dulu semua nih. Gila, flare gun tuh sebenarnya nggak berguna loh kalau di peperangan sebenarnya. Cuma buat ngirimin sinyal doang. Tapi kalau di sini, wih, berguna sekali, boy. Kayak rocket launcher fungsinya.
Hello.
I don't quite know what's going on, but I seem to remember having had this encounter before.
It's not deja vu, Doctor. This has happened before. We're caught in a time loop.
That's utterly insane. How could that be?
I can't really explain it. I suppose I could call it magic.
I don't believe in magic.
Neither do I, but I can't argue with what I've experienced. Listen, what matters now is the signal. The last time we only caught a part of it. I need the rest of it. Whether you believe me or not, you want to look into this as much as I do, right?
Yes. All right.
I realize that you have trouble believing this.
That's an understatement. I can't deny that what you say resonates with me on some level I don't pretend to understand. But for all I know, I'm simply delusional.
But it's not just you. I've experienced the same thing as you. Doesn't that prove something, at least?
Maybe. On the other hand, given your appearance, and the fact that you're trying to convince me that I'm not insane, perhaps you're merely a hallucination that accompanies my delusions.
You're not having a psychotic episode, Doctor. For what it's worth, I'm a skeptic by nature. I completely understand your reluctance to believe me.
There are people caught so deep in their psychosis that they retroactively manufacture memories and beliefs that conform to the situation at hand.
Sure, but you have to stop second-guessing yourself at some point, if you want to get something done.
Let's go. Nah, kita ke sini. Oh, ini kalau kita jatuh mati nggak sih? Enggak kan ya? Enggak dong. Wih, santai bos.
These being the light, am I correct? You should be able to turn on the light and secure the area that way.
Doctor, can you hear me? I think we're good to go.
All right. I'll start looking for the signal. Please, head back.
Oh, pantas dia ngincer langsung si ininya ya. Dilempar sama mobil gua, anjing. Dan
I guess they didn't like that.
aduh, goblok, ngapain gue nyamperin batunya, tol. Apa itu? Oh ya, langsung return ya. Woi, santai bos. Oh, lewat sini aja deh. Ngeselin ya. Oke. Oh, nggak kena. Oke. Oke. Let's go, let's go. Nggak peduli.
It's working. Please, come up here.
Nah, sebelum kalian ke atas, balik dulu ke bawah, cari-cari manuskrip sisaan, buat dapetin achievement, bukan buat dapetin achievement sih, buat dapetin senjata-senjata yang ada di box. Karena nggak boleh pakai manuskrip. Karena nanti sini, ketika kita kesini
Yes.
ngambil perintan, udah langsung pindah ke tempat lain. Gitar boy.
Still, we're definitely picking it up.
Are we getting the complete signal now?
I'm afraid not. Take a look at it yourself. I'm printing out a hard copy now. I'd like to ask you a question or two before that, though, if you don't mind.
What's on your mind, Doctor?
Most people would find these events extremely disturbing, provided that they survive these creatures, that is. You seem to be quite adept at dealing with the situation. Why is that?
Yes, I was involved in... It's a complex story. I was in this small town, and a horrible thing from another dimension kidnapped my wife and manipulated me into writing this horror story that came true. I learned to fight it with light, and I managed to contain it and free my wife. But I was trapped in its world.
Are you serious?
Absolutely. So, I'm used to reality working in strange or even impossible ways. And I've fought these things, not exactly like this, but close enough for a good while now. Of course, I have certain advantages. Was there anything else?
What did you mean when you said you have advantages?
At the risk of sounding like a lunatic, reality is much more fluid than people think. It can be influenced.
I didn't take you for a mystic.
I'm not. I'm a writer. And under certain conditions, I can, for lack of a better word, rewrite reality. Change things.
That's absurd.
But it works.
Assuming I believe this, why don't you simply, I don't know, write yourself some superpowers?
It's not quite that simple. You need to follow certain laws of drama, I suppose. You need to think about consistency and symbolism. Often what you write isn't anywhere near as important as what you imply. There are things out there that will take advantage of your mistakes.
You really believe in this?
Don't look at me like that. You've experienced some of this yourself.
I will gladly admit that something exceedingly strange is going on. But this idea that you're somehow altering reality with your writing is ridiculous. You're essentially saying you're controlling my actions. Leaving aside the rational arguments against this, what gives you the right?
Well, it's more like having a destiny. A path you're on. You're not aware of it, but there it is. If somebody changes it, what difference does it make? It's what every writer does. If you write something that affects one of the characters, they don't really know about that.
I'm not a character. Are you saying that it's all right to take advantage of someone if they aren't aware of it?
Look, all I meant was that if you're genuinely making all your own decisions, and those decisions lead to whatever destiny you have, what practical difference does it make?
I suppose that depends on whether our destinies are determined by things like physics and probabilities, or natural reality, which is presumably neutral and impartial, or by some kind of an intelligence. If it's the latter, that intelligence makes choices based on some criteria. If we suffer as a result of those choices, there's a moral and ethical element involved, regardless of whether we're aware of its manipulations. Wouldn't you agree?
You're taking this very well. I thought you'd be hangry.
I suppose I would be if I thought you could actually do this.
Nah.
Another printout. Another signal fragment. The message is still not
Pindah lagi
complete,
coy.
but it's another piece of the weapon he has built against his adversary. Mere words on a piece of paper, but in the right hands, they will hold back the darkness. The last time the man came to the drive-in, it did not end well. He hopes to avoid that fate this time. He hopes that what he has brought with him to this place is enough.
Oke, kali ini gue sambil nyari beberapa manuskrip yang hilang ya, karena di part ini tuh equilibrium itu di situ. Oke. Linknya gue akan taruh di deskripsi buat buat nyari mana manuskrip mana aja lokasinya. Gue dapetin di link Steam sih. Ada orang yang buat threadnya.
Serena's probably out of her mind again, but I'm gonna need that key so I can get the power back on.
Pesan radionya di sini dah singkat gue. Bukan di sini ya? Bukan di sini, Cuk.
You again?
I'm really just here to get the keys so I can get the power back on.
Do you want to hold me down? It's okay. I know you like that.
Yeah, I'll just grab the keys.
I could be like your wife, little wifey, waiting at home for hubby. Or you could be the mailman, or the neighbor.
I'm already married to someone who isn't crazy, thanks. I'm just gonna go and get the power back on.
Aww.
Look, I may or may not be back. I have the access code to the booth already, so once the power is on...
You should totally come see me. We could have fun. You know.
We'll see how it goes. You should sit down or something. Try to stay calm.
I don't want to be calm. I want to be nasty. I want to be nasty with you.
Yeah, okay.
You could do anything you want. You can use my...
Let's not even go there. I was hoping that you'd remember more, but I guess that was too much to ask.
Oke. Ambil radio sini.
I was about to do the weather, but I see we have a caller. Hey, you're on the air with Eddie. What's up?
Hey, Eddie, it's Ricky. You talked about fate before. Think about that a lot?
Itu tuh di mana ya? Sini ya? Di sini apa ya? Oh, bukan, Cuk. Oh, di sini lain. Ah, ya benar di sini. Ah, ya di sini. Ini equilibrium. Double ganger udah. Mr. Scratch. The plan. Oh, oke. Tahu gua. Itu di mana? Oh, di situ ya. Searah. Oke.
I want to talk about Alice. Just look at her. She's really beautiful, isn't she? Your wife. Well, our wife, really. Just my wife soon. Don't worry. I'm not gonna treat her like the others. She's special. If I wanted her dead, she would be. I've been around for a while now. So talented. You haven't seen her new work, of course. Oh, it takes my breath away. Really, she's that good. Did you know that I've got a wedding ring, too? Without similar. She's seen me a couple times, you know? I've let her catch glimpses. She thinks she's imagining things, of course. She thinks you're dead. It might as well be. I mean, even if you manage to keep surviving, you'll be in my trap forever. So I'll go to her. It'll be an amazing moment. Oh my God, you're alive. I'll be the good, loving husband for as long as I can stand it. She'll love it. And then, one day, somehow, it'll happen. Maybe I'll slip up, she spots something, or maybe she just starts running her mouth. And then, I'll do it. It's gonna be sweet. My darling wife.
Gitar boy. Nah. Bener kan ini? Mr. Scratch Trap the plan. Oh ya benar. Satu jalan di sini semua. Mr. Scratch Plan. South ya? Ah ya benar di sini. Oke, 49 50. Udah 50. Nah, kita balik. Di sini juga ada nih.
Like a little hamster in a wheel. Go ahead and keep running for all the good it'll do you.
Hahaha. Oke. Oh, laut sini ya. Bener kan ya? Scratch Trap Survivor. Iya, Serena Vende. Udah. Survival in the Dark. The Clouds tuh oke. Aman. Nah, di sini ada Nah kalau ini cara nyalain adalah cuman ini doang. Nah easy. Oke, gue isi selantai bos. Woi, goblok. Kesabaran gua. Oke.
If you die, you lose. If you quit, you lose. If you make it to the end of the loop, you still lose. Sucker.
Nah, ke atas. Oke. 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 Easy. Sini ya.
The champion of light knows that the time itself is about to end. At least for him. He can feel the dead end rushing towards him. But there is time to act. Incomplete or not, he has the weapon.
I don't have the whole thing, but maybe it's enough.
Nah, ini di flip 1-2 kali. Ini geser sampai ke situ. Nah, ini sampai Agustus. Udah reset lagi deh.